and welcome to the third video in this 6-part index series. Previous videos cover the process of generating an index in MLL, how to create it, and how to add index records to it. In this video, you will learn how to configure those index records so that they meet all your standards and personal preferences. You will learn how to configure their sorting name, how to exclude a record from the final index, how to create an alias record, and how to reference other records. Index records include a number of advanced configuration options. To change them, edit the index record you wish to change. The first preference is the sorting name. By default, index records are sorted alphabetically by their name. However, you can choose to sort records based on a different text string. This is useful, for example, when certain prefixes must be ignored when sorting index records or when sorting records that appear as a number. If you have an index record for the year 1984, for example, you might want to sort it based on how the number is explicitly spelled, 1984. To change the sorting name, click the hyperlink to the right of the sort as title. Click Use and enter the desired sorting name. And that's it. The edited index record will now appear in the index as sorted by the entered title. Another optional preference is to exclude a record from the final index. This means that the index record is still tracked in the document, but will not appear in the index when it is generated and inserted into the document. To exclude an index record from the document, simply edit it and check this checkbox. You can see that Michael Jordan is now excluded from our index. Next, you're sometimes required to include 2 different records in the index that refer to the same term and should therefore point to the same index marks in the text. This is useful, for example, when you have the same term included in 2 different groups in your index. For example, we might have the term New York under U.S. cities and under sports hubs as well. To avoid creating the same index marks twice for the 2 index records, MLL enables you to define an alias record. Once an index record is set as an alias of another index record, they will share the same index marks. To add an alias for the index record, edit the desired index record and check the alias checkbox. Use the index pop-up menu to choose the index which includes the alias record and then choose the alias record from the records list. Click Select to complete the process and you're done. The name of the alias record is displayed next to the alias checkbox, and every index mark that was associated with the original record is now associated with the alias record and will be displayed with it when the index is generated. Last but not least, you can configure index records to reference other records that are relevant to the same topic. The reference can be linked to a specific index record, direct reference, or a plain text reference, or generic reference. This is handy for creating more useful indexes that enable your readers to locate all relevant information using the index. To reference one index record to the other, edit the desired index record and click the Add a Reference button. To add a direct reference to a specific record, click Add Direct Reference, use the pop-up menu to choose the relevant index, and choose the desired record from the records list, and click Select to finish. To add a generic reference to a general area in the index rather than a specific record, click Add Generic Reference, enter a text for the generic reference, and click Set to finish. When an index record references another record, different prefixes are automatically appended to the reference. The C prefix is used when the referencing record has no index marks associated with it. For example, the only place to find information about this topic is the referenced record. The C also prefix is used when the referencing record has at least one index mark associated with it. For example, readers can find additional information about this topic to the referenced record. MLL automatically uses the required format when generating the index. And finally, you can edit an existing reference by clicking the Edit button next to it or delete it by clicking the Delete button. Right, that's it. for this video. You should now be able to configure your index record by changing their sorting name, excluding them from the index, creating alias records, and referencing other records. To complete the learning process, we recommend completing the corresponding tutorial to practice what you've just learned. And what's next? In the next video of the series, you should learn how to add index marks to your document and link them to existing index records. We hope you've enjoyed this video and appreciate any feedback you might have, so please feel free to add it as comments to this video. Bye!